Good morning, 12th students. Today I am teaching you starting our next chapter, that is lesson number 3. The chapter is electrochemistry. I hope you did the unit test nicely, and we are starting our this topic. Is lesson number 3, electrochemistry. So first of all, electrochemistry already you studied in 11th also. The basic fundas you are knowing. Then also I am teaching you some basic points. That is, electrochemistry is the study of production of electricity from energy released during a spontaneous chemical reaction. And see, the energy released from chemical reaction is going to convert into the electrical energy. The use of electrical energy to bring about non-spontaneous chemical transformation. The subject is of important both theoretically and practically consideration. Now, a large number of metals you are knowing, large number of metals, sodium, potassium, then NaOH, chlorine, fluorine, and many more chemicals are produced by electrochemically method. Now, batteries and fuel cells converts chemical energy into electrical energies and are used to large scale in various instruments and devices. The reactions carried out electrochemically can be energy efficient and less polluting. So this study is important for creating new technology that are eco-friendly. Okay, that are eco-friendly. So this is the introduction of the lesson. The transmission of sensory signals through cells to brain and vice versa, and communicating between the cells and knowing to have electrochemically original. In our body also chemicals are there, they give impulses, and their chemical energy is converting. This is so a very vast and interdisciplinary subject of electrochemistry. So we are going to our topic with 3.1, that is electrochemical cells. Now what are these cells? You see this figure 3.1, electrochemical cells. Now in 11th class, unit 8, we had studied the constructions and functioning of Daniell cell. Here I showed you in figure 3.1 Daniell cell we studied in the 11th. The cells convert the chemical energy liberates during the redox reaction. Now what is the redox reaction? Losing and gaining of electrons. So here zinc plus copper plus 2, zinc plus 2, copper plus S. Solid. S means solid. Aqueous means liquid. This is aqueous liquid. This is solid. So zinc is zinc plus 2, copper plus 2, gaining of electron. So stable copper. How? I will show you with the example. See, zinc losing electrons plus 2 electrons. In this way copper plus 2 will gain and stable copper. So in this way we will cut these 2 electron, and this side zinc plus copper plus 2. Now zinc plus 2 and plus copper. This is Daniell cell. What is Daniell cell? To electrical energy and has an electrical potential equal to 1.1 volt when concentrations of zinc plus 2 and copper plus 2 ion is unity, means 1 mole per decimeter cube. Such a device is called a galvanic or Volta Lixol. So this was solution of zinc, this was solution of copper, blue, d block transition elements. The salt bridge is kept, the current is passed. So from zinc, see, from zinc to zinc plus 2 losing electron, and copper that will gain 2 electrons, copper sulfate solution. So CuSO4 in Cu plus 2 ion, Cu plus 2 gain electron, and the energy is converting. Now in next, if n, here I am showing you functioning of Daniell cell with external voltage E opposing the cell potential is applied. Here again the same salt bridge, zinc plates are kept, copper plates are kept in the copper solution, current is passing, and this current is shown. Now if an external opposite potential is approached in a galvanic cell, figure 3.2a, this one is A. If an external opposite potential is approached in the galvanic cell and increased slowly, we will find that the reaction continue take place till the opposing voltage reach the value 1.1 volt. Okay, this will do in that direction. In 3.2b, you can see in 3.2b, this one is B up to 1.1 volt, up to 1.1. This one is less than 1.1, equal to, and more than 1.1. Three diagrams, A, B and C, you can see. The voltage is, now in B, when the reaction stops altogether and no current flows through the cell, equal to current, no current flows through the cell. When the reaction stops, any further increase in the external potential again starts the reaction. If we applying more than 1.1, then it functions as an electrolytic cell, a device for use of electrical energy to carry non-spontaneous chemical reactions. Both types of cells are quite important, and we shall study some of their silent features in the following page. See. This diagram, you draw these this diagram of Daniell cell. This one was a Daniell cell when external voltage of less than 1.1 volt, equal to 1.1 volt and more than 1.1 volt, and these are also important. So our next topic is 3.2 galvanic cells. What are galvanic cells? As mentioned earlier in class unit 8, a galvanic cell is an electrochemical cell and converts the chemical energy to spontaneous redox reaction into electrical energy. In this device, the Gibber energy of the spontaneous redox reaction is converted into electrical work, which may be used for running a motor or other electrical gadgets like heater, fan, geyser, etc. Now Daniell cell discussed already here. Daniell cell discussed earlier. In one such cell is with the following reaction: zinc plus copper plus 2, zinc plus 2 and copper plus S. This reaction I taught you, copper plus 2 electron, zinc and zinc. This one is reduction half reaction and oxidation half reaction. Here I showed you, no? So reduction and oxidation half reaction. Half, this one is called the half reaction. Now, these reactions occur in two different portions of Daniell cells. The reduction half reaction occurs on the copper electrode, while the oxidation half reaction occur on the zinc electrode, zinc and copper. These two portion of cells are also called the half cells. This one is called the half cell, this one is called the half cell, are redox coupled. The copper electrode may be called the reduction half cell and the zinc electrode are called the oxidation and reduction half cells. Now we can construct innumerable number of galvanic cells on the pattern of Daniell cell by taking combination of different half cells. Each half cells consist of a metallic electrode. This is metallic electrode. These are the metallic electrode dipped into the electrolyte. The two half cells are connected by a metallic wire through a voltmeter and switch extremely outer side voltmeter. The electrolytes of the two half cells are connected internally through a salt bridge, as I known in salt bridge. This is called salt bridge. At each electrolyte interface, there is a tendency of metal ions from the solution to depend onto the. So this is called the electropotential. When the concentration of all the species introduced in a half cell is unity. I taught you, know, unity. This one is unity, this one is like that. So take place at the anode and cathode. So whole this portion I taught you in this way. See now, E cell is equal to E right minus E left. This is illustrated by the following example: copper plus other example I am taking, copper plus silver. So copper will lose 2 electron and this silver will lose these two electrons and it will form two Ag ions. See, copper plus 2 Ag. Afterwards we will balance it. Copper will lose Cu plus 2 electrons. Ag plus 1 will gain 2 electrons and form Ag. But 2 electrons, so we will balance and this will be like that, 2 Ag. Okay. So cathode and anode oxidation. At cathode reduction, anode oxidation, half cells reactions we are showing for the another. This one is copper plus 2. If we have to write the cell like that, it can be seen that the sum of these two, 3.5 and 3.6, we can say we will write copper, see copper, then copper plus 2. Here Ag plus 1 starting, we will give two lines Ags, and we have to write E cell is equal to E right minus E left. E right is this one, silver and copper. So in this way, afterwards we will do measurement of electrode potential in our next lecture. Up to here I taught you how we will represent a cell by this equation. Tomorrow we will do the measurement of electrode potential.